I use this little annoying remote control to control my video. It's not working. So here I am in isolation. I've been on my own for the past 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks. And I have been, entertaining myself, writing songs, making videos, and, kind of doing a lot of thinking, a lot of communicating with friends, talking to people that I love, all of that. I think it's really important, trying to stay on top of my diet, trying to be healthy, and, just thinking a lot about what's going on and wondering, like everybody else, how long this is going to go on for, and every day hearing really, really sad stories. And, I've just been delivered some bad news this morning about a friend of mine that's just passed away. So, it just makes the whole thing very real. But I've been working on this. So what happens, let me explain the process. So I don't play an instrument. My instrument is I guess, lyric writing and melodies. So that is my instrument. And, I used to think that it took less skill, but now I realize that, if you don't have the story and you don't have the melody, you don't really have much of a plot for the movie. So the singing is important. It was all important, But, being someone that grew up obsessed with lyrics, song lyrics from sort of Mark Bolan to Bob Dylan to Leonard Cohen to Joni Mitchell, different levels of kind of, sort of communication and sort of surrealism. Anyway, so and my speaker just decided to turn itself off. I don't know why. Shouldn't have done that. But I'll plug it back in. Come back on now. I'm mad. So I've been working. So anyway, so what happens is I have a bunch of people. I've got this little band called We Are Brando, little band. They're younger than me, so I call them little. Being younger makes you little. So I've got this band called We Are Brando. They got a few tunes online. I'm probably going to end up making the video like that anyway. So I don't know. I don't care about things like that at the moment. So We Are Brando, and they are Luke Begley, Sam Lewis, and Joe Lewis. And Sam and Luke kind of come up with the music, the backing tracks, for the songs. And then I usually write the top line melodies and the lyrics. So I come up with the sort of concept of the song. And over the last few years, the way I write songs has become very different. I basically use anything now to either create an idea or to just, it could be something that I've overheard someone else saying. Sometimes the things that people say off the cuff can be such interesting lyrics, So I kind of, in a way, sort of get out of my way creatively. But anyway, so I've got a bunch of people that send me tracks. So We Are Brando send me tracks, and then I've worked with a guy called Benny D, who also sends me backing tracks. And sometimes they'll send me a track they might have just called the file Lonely Times, or they might have called it Gravel, or I don't know, it could be anything. And so sometimes what I try to do as a little trick is to sort of write the song about what the word is they've used, even though they've just used it to save the file. So there's no big depth to that, except that it forces you to think about something else. So anything as a songwriter that forces you to think about other ways of thinking is very important. And so, I struggle sometimes thinking, what do I want to sing about? And I've been working on this thing today, which I'm going to call Deafening Silence, because right now I'm in the centre of London. I'm right in the bang heart of London, and you can't hear anything. The silence is, quite amazing, and it kind of forces you to think about things, and so this song is really about, I think songs are always questions. They're never really literal. They're always sort of a bit of a question. Plus I'm a Gemini, so I'm always a little bit cynical. There's always a hint of cynicism in everything I write. So, I'm just inviting you into my world and explaining to you, and I'm going to try and make sure I click on the right track. And I do apologise for the way I look, but, I am out of all the essentials to make myself look pretty. I've got a few bits, but I can't be bothered, really. This is as rough as old boots, as raw as it gets. I call this my jazz jet lag voice. I think it's going to play now. Wait a second. The streets are empty. They're selling us fear. Everyone is the enemy. Don't stand too near. The deafening silence, it's making me think about stuff I forgot to feel when I thought I was living. The deafening silence, it's bigger than you. And if love has no help, then what can I do? Panic buying bitches, leaders made of stone, 100 years old, and he died alone. Everyone is someone, someone. Words will fall apart. Oh, but never let your humanity die of a broken heart. Listen to the sirens, spirit of the war. Stay home out of trouble. Wash your hands and shut the door. The deafening silence, it's making me think about stuff I forgot to feel when I thought I was living. The deafening silence, it's bigger than you. And if love is no help, then tell me what to do. Deafening silence, the deafening silence. Nice BVs there. Maybe a breakdown. The streets are empty. They're selling us fear. Everyone is the enemy. Don't you get too near. Panic buying bitches, leaders made of stone, 100 years old, and he died alone. The deafening silence, it's making you think about stuff you forgot to feel when you thought you were living. The deafening silence, it's bigger than you. And if love is no help, there's nothing I can do. It's my jet-lag jazz voice. I haven't warmed up today, but it's smoky, although I don't smoke. Smoking optimistic. So you expect some extreme foolishness from me in the next feud. I don't know how long we're going to be in here. So rather than it let me go crazy, I'm doing some fun things. I've been working on this very funny, if I can find it, yeah. Hip hop monster character. I have to show you. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. Well, I think it's funny. Not everyone's going to agree, obviously. Oh,